Wow, we're live. This is the SnarkAlec Radio Show on Live 365's Loud and Loaded channel. I am Tony Solo. We've got a fun-filled show for you guys tonight. We've got Greer Bishop. We've got Yvette Vargas. We've got Mike Belinsky. And we're going to be talking about a whole bunch of fun things that some of you comic fans are going to go crazy about. But let's say hi to Mike first. Hi, Mike.
Hey, Tony.
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty fantastic.
That's good to
Thank
hear.
you for asking.
Oh, my goodness gracious. I think we just lost Yvette.
No, I'm back.
Oh, there's Yvette.
I'm back.
Everybody's going to meet Yvette in a minute or two. And after Yvette, we've got Greer Bishop that we've been telling everybody all week she's going to be here. Well, look, she's here. She finally made it in.
Hello.
Thank you.
So, anyway, without further ado, let me just jump right into the news, and then we'll talk about stuff. Let's say hi to Mike first. Hi, Mike. We have on the 19th on Sci-Fi this Saturday, Battle of the Damned. If you like zombies and you like robots, if you put them together and make a movie and put Dolph Lundgren in it, it's a perfect movie. And that's going to be on Sci-Fi on Saturday. Then coming up on the 26th is another great one. It's been out for a while. First time on Sci-Fi. Mega Shark versus Mecha Shark. So if you ever saw the first Mega Shark movie, have you guys seen that? Mega Shark versus Giant Octopus?
I have not, unfortunately. Have you,
I
Yvette?
have not. No, I have not had the pleasure of seeing that.
Okay, well, the nice thing about that movie is it had Debbie Gibson, former teen idol. There was another movie called Mega
I'm more of a
Piranha.
Tiffany guy.
Well, Mega Piranha was Tiffany, and
Oh, I know.
she made a movie, Mega Piranha, and then they both made a movie together, which was Mega Piranha versus Giant Crocodile.
Oh my
And
gosh.
so they had Tiffany and Debbie Gibson in a movie at the same time, and they actually had a chick fight. And the best part of that movie was they were throwing song lyrics at each other.
Really?
Yeah,
Amazing.
it was pretty funny.
Deadly song lyrics?
Well, no, not deadly song really. Well, actually, their songs were pretty deadly, but let's not go there. But anyway, so Mega Shark versus Mecha Shark brings back Debbie Gibson to a sci-fi movie, which is going to be pretty cool. And then that's going to bring us to Sharknado, which is the 30th.
Yeah.
So everybody's going to watch Sharknado 2. And then, even better than that, what could be better than Sharknado 2?
What?
Sharknado 3. Oh.
Well, they're making Sharknado 3. They're already casting it. Gerald Webb said it today on the Untold at 8 o'clock. But
Nice.
on Saturday, Roger Corman's Snarktopus versus Terracuda on August 2nd.
Oh my god.
Sharktopus.
Yes, Sharktopus is great. And they showed some of the scenes from that movie. It looks pretty cool.
Wow. How do you spell that?
Sharktopus is Sharktopus, and then Terracuda is P-T-E-R-A.
Phonetically.
Phonetically, there we go.
Yeah. I try not to spell. Spelling is hard. So, and just to round out the news, we got a couple of birthdays we want to talk about. On Tuesday, July 22nd, it's Jen Hallmeyer's birthday. And on Thursday, the 24th, next week, is going to be Turfle's birthday. So, happy birthday
Can
to
I
those
add?
people.
Can I add one more?
Okay,
Mine's actually next week, July 23rd.
Oh my
July
god.
23rd. Okay, so we got to put that on the list.
There we go. Thank you.
Nice.
I have to give myself a shout out.
For sure.
So Greer, do you watch Defiance or any of those like Under the Dome? Do you watch Under the Dome?
No, I'm about ready to start Under the Dome, but I haven't seen either of them, no.
Okay, all right, because we won't talk about it because last week, like there was a couple of tweets I sent out that were pretty nasty, but you favorited them. So
No.
I just was wondering whether or not you were watching that show. I was like embarrassed. I was like, no.
Defiance or Under the Dome? Which one was the nasty tweets?
Under the Dome was nasty because there's a couple of characters on there that we don't like, kind of, or I don't like.
Why?
Just because they're stupid.
There you go.
You
The
have to-
last time you railed against a character, that actor ended up coming on this show.
Oh.
Oh man.
That happens.
Yeah.
You know, but
Okay.
he's gonna come back. He wants to come back. And at the end of the show last week, what were we doing? We were singing Bohemian Rhapsody with the guy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
No hard feeling.
It
Who knows what this week's sing-along will be?
oh, there's not gonna be another single.
You never know if Debbie Gibson is going to be joining in.
Nothing against Debbie Gibson, but I'd still prefer Tiffany.
All right, there we go. There we go.
Okay.
The rematch. The rematch.
So Greer, if anybody looks at your IMDb, it looks like you've been working for pretty steadily for the last couple of years.
Been good, yeah.
How do you manage that? I mean, I'm looking at like, hey, for the last 4 years, she's got like stuff, and she's got stuff and stuff. And it looks like you've got a lot of things that you've done that haven't come out yet. So what's next?
Yeah, I think IMDb is kind of tricky sometimes with,
Yeah.
you know, what looks like it's come out or still being worked on. You know, I could wrap long before the actual production, I guess, wraps. But most of my stuff, I guess, on IMDb is, I get, yeah, some of it we haven't even started. You're right. You're right. But as far as how I keep working, I don't know. I feel, I guess, just lucky. I have a great team.
Well,
Go
talent
ahead.
talent has a little something to do with it.
No. Well, I mean, I would hope so, but I with
For
people
sure.
like Yvette, it makes it a lot more fun and easier. She's an amazing director, and I honestly, one of my first projects in Los Angeles was Dark Prophet, and when I met Yvette, and I think her friend Rick Martin, Yvette, am I saying his name right? I feel like I'm
Yeah, Ray. It was Ray.
Ray
Martin.
I'm sorry, I'm
Yeah,
blanking.
who's one of, on my camera team.
Yeah.
One of my camera
Yeah.
guys. Yeah, he brought us together. It's
He
pretty
was
phenomenal.
amazing enough to bring us together. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, he thought it would be a match, and he was right.
hmm
So
Does that
how-
answer your question, Tony?
Yeah. No, because I mean, I kind of guess in the movie Crimes with the Mind, because there was Crimes of the Mind, there
Yeah.
was horses involved. Did
For
that
sure.
that helped you get that gig? I'm guessing.
Definitely. Casting director Ricky Maslar is amazing. She has such an intuitive eye. She's so smart, and of course, you know, she was one of my first casting directors that I met in Los Angeles as well, and she knew that I rode horses competitively growing up, and so she was really smart to call me in for that, and I'm really lucky that I got that role. There's a lot of great people involved. Rebecca being one of them, which you know her.
Rebecca Kennedy, yeah, she's been
Yeah.
on just a couple times.
Just a couple.
But I mean, you know, that you were part of the trio of terror. So.
Yeah. I think it was Dangerous Dana is what my nickname was. Hers was Creepy Kelly, right?
Yeah, we were calling her. We were calling her Creepy Kelly. You, Dangerous Dana. I think there may have been a deranged one. It was just because, like, the three of you would get together and you look at something at the same time. It would just be like evil, you know.
It was just evil. But we were possessed, basically. It wasn't our fault.
Well,
What
yeah.
is that?
No, I said that's phenomenal. I mean, I would love to see it. I mean, of course, you know, to see you in it, but just because of the names, I think it's amazing.
It's true.
They were ridiculously good in that, you know, in those roles. It was because, you know, because it had nothing to do with, well, Creepy Kelly was pretty creepy, but it was just, you know, it would be like something would happen and the three of you at the same time would just.
It's true.
But Greer's appearance on the show, Yvette, has had people waiting, and so
Wow.
we've got a whole.
I'm not surprised. I am not surprised, and now I'm really going to be checking it out.
So, but we've got a slew of questions, and first one, and a lot of these are from Kurt Zellner on Twitter.
Oh, Kurt, awesome.
He wants to know what's your favorite TV show or movie?
Currently, my favorite TV show or movie? Well, Dark Prophet, of course, is my favorite TV show. But other than that, oh, right now, well, so many. It's hard to just choose one. But right now, unfortunately, just started Ray Donovan, and oh my gosh, it's just blowing my mind, the acting, and I love that it's LA based, or it's Los Angeles. It's pretty cool, and
Okay, so
I'm pretty obsessed. Ray Donovan.
Yeah, it's not one of those. Oh, look, it's the United States, but it's really the United States of Canada.
Exactly. It's just a coffee shop that you drive by and stuff. That's cool. And then movie, recently that I saw. Can I think about my movie? There's a few that I really like right now. Let me get back to you, Kurt.
Sure. I'm going to ask one more question, then we'll start talking about Dark Prophet, and then we'll get into some questions and we'll do some back and forth. So, Kurt wants to know, who's the nicest actress you've ever worked with?
Ooh. Oh, I worked before I came out here. I was, in Tennessee, and I worked a lot in the Southeast. And I was on this film with a wonderful actress, Susan Williams, and I think she just came off, or she did Homeland most recently. I think she just did a part on Homeland, but it was called The Call that her and I was on, and she was just really encouraging and kind of gave me a lot of support and guidance before I moved to LA. And she's awesome. She's great to work with.
Okay. So we've kind of mentioned Dark Prophet.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
And so,
well, before we get into Dark Prophet, do you want to take a break, Tony?
Yeah, let's take a break. And we forgot to let you guys in on our fake break thing that we do. So we take a fake break because we edit the show later. So we just sit here for a couple of seconds in silence, and then we'll put the commercials in and do that kind of stuff. So when we take a break, it's not like a real radio show. We just go like this. And then we say, we're back. This is the SnarkAlec Radio Show on Live 365's Loud and Loaded channel. We've got Greer Bishop and Yvette Vargas with us tonight, and Mike. Kelly's not here. He had some personal business to take care of. So he's
actually, speaking of Kelly, I just got a text from him. I don't know if you guys can clearly see that. He said that he's made it through the cavity search and they're taking him down to lockup now. Okay. So
No.
he says hi to everyone though.
Okay. Are we going to get an update every break, Mike, about what Kelly's
that's really up to him, not up to me, but I have a feeling there'll be more.
Okay, so we've got some. So Kelly's got some stuff going on. So we started talking about.
I'm wondering where he's keeping his phone.
I don't know, but he might have some big cavities.
Yeah. Good point.
And I don't want to go any further
He's
than that.
very resourceful.
No need to go any further.
Well, Kelly used to mule heroin across the border.
Oh
you know.
my gosh.
There's
Allegedly.
air quotes around used to.
Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly.
We gotta
Okay.
throw the word allegedly in there. So.
I don't think his public defender would like us talking about that, Tony.
Okay. So, Yvette, why don't you tell us a little bit about, or a lot of bit about, your project?
Sure, absolutely. Well, it's called Dark Prophet, and it's a sci-fi action thriller, and about this musical genius who creates music mathematically the way Mozart did, and he cracks numbers in his head the way Good Will Hunting does. So he's a grad school student, and he's working on this this music project that was brought to him by a corporation who basically gives him math formulas to turn into songs. It's a very lucrative project. It's going to be great for him. So while he's working on this project, he's analyzing the numbers, and he finds a hidden cipher, a hidden master code in the math, and he completely deciphers it, and he discovers with all of the songs it's a series of top secret government missions that are encrypted in the math that he's been turning into songs and giving back to this company, this corporation. So meanwhile, these missions are a series, these messages, these hidden messages are a series of missions that will lead to World War. And behind these missions is a covert government agency that wants to lead to world war because they basically want to become the next world order and control the world basically through cyber intelligence. So he makes this discovery, and it gets him into a whole lot of trouble. It shakes up his world, and Greer, the lovely Greer, who plays Dark Prophet's girlfriend, she's actually murdered, and he is framed for her murder. And he's forced to go underground and become literally the artist known as Dark Prophet. And through his own music, which now he codes, and he basically tells his followers. His songs are distributed in clubs and through digital downloads, and the people that are listening to his songs, as his songs play, like on a smartphone or a tablet, they unscramble and give you like a call to action. Go to this location, there's a mission that's going to take place, we need to stop them. He's basically building an uprising against this government agency. And meanwhile, Greer's character, who we think has died off, actually becomes an angel in a parallel universe that he actually visits. He's able to step into a parallel universe because of his math ability. He processes information, numbers at a quantum physics kind of level, and he steps into this parallel universe, and she's an angel there that basically guides him and helps him to, eventually build this uprising and stop the bad guys. So that's Dark Prophet in terms of some story, some mythology. It's basically the Matrix meets 24, but in a very current, present day today.
Well, it kind of sucks that Greer dies. I was like, okay, yeah.
But she was kind enough to bring me back. Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, she.
I was a little surprised too when you said that. You're like, and Greer dies right away.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, that's terrible. Is she off the interview now? Like, is?
Yeah. No. She dies momentarily, and but she comes back, and it's this fascinating angel in this. It's this alternate universe, this alternate reality, and so she takes. It's definitely her, but she takes a little bit of a different form, and they have their love affair. Their love affair continues, and what's really interesting is that in the present day, in the living world, let's say, he ends up meeting this runaway, who they have a relationship that becomes romantic, especially from her side. The character's name is Cassie, but Dark Prophet, it's just really challenging for him to pursue that relationship because his heart really belongs to Sabrina, who is Greer's character. So there's a love triangle between the present universe and this parallel universe. So it's a really interesting love story that goes on there.
Okay. And now before the show we spoke a little bit about it, and this is a multimedia story. So
yes, sure. Yeah, absolutely. From the very beginning, I've created it as a multi-platform storytelling experience, and what that means exactly is that I've created the story universe, the characters, the main A storyline, the subplots, all the deep layers in this story world. And we get to experience that story world through a digital series, through comic books. Next week, going to premiere the comic book at Comic-Con, which is very exciting. Looking forward to that. There's original music, branded music, just for Dark Prophet that, again, tells you the story, tells you the emotions of the characters, subplots we're getting through songs, some secret messaging in songs. Obviously, that ties right back to the concept. There are games, mobile app games and experiences. We're actually even creating original social media content, like shows, both scripted and unscripted shows. One of those shows is there's a journalist that's literally uncovering the story of Dark Prophet. So these are like little news breaks of an investigation that's going on with Dark Prophet. So when there could be a sighting, or there could be some mission that was, perhaps stopped. Nobody really knows what's going on. So all of this kind of content, as well as our own we also have a like a Talking Dead kind of show, but it's Talking Dark Prophet.
Nice.
All these little interviews. So we have 11 actual original social media productions that we're going into production soon in August. And Greer, you don't know this yet, but we're definitely having you as a guest on several of these shows, as well as a character blogger, which we've discussed in the past. But now we're really getting there. So that's another platform. Social media is absolutely another storytelling platform. So it's using it beyond the chatting and the posting and the tweeting. Now it's original content in social media space. So that's another aspect of it. There are live events. There's merchandising. There's a whole lot of ways, media platforms that we are telling this story about. So, if you're a gamer, you can go in through the game avenue. If you're a comic book enthusiast, you can go into the world through there. Obviously, television series, you can go in through there. So there's just a variety of ways that you can experience the Dark Prophet world, the Dark Prophet story, the Dark Prophet characters, and hopefully, you connect with it that much that then you actually start experimenting with the other and just visiting some of the other platforms, and then you're getting much more story, much more about the characters, and so much more about the world. So I've created it right from the very beginning. I've planned all this and strategized all this, and we've been unfolding it and doing really, really well. We premiered at Sundance in January, and that was phenomenal. Actually, it was just this magical experience there. And literally in June last month, the digital series is now airing on a television series. It's called Launch TV. Launch TV used to be a DirecTV channel, and DirecTV literally sold Launch TV to a private company. And so they have a basic cable channel as well as a Roku channel. And from what I hear, it looks like Warner Brothers is looking to pick up Launch TV, which is really interesting. So our show, our digital series, is literally airing on TV on launch, and they're interested in more episodes and production. So exploring all of that, and also the series is up for two Emmys, in consideration for 2 Emmys in the interactive category. So we're very excited about that. And it's earned an NBC Universal Production Award. And we're premiering obviously next week at Comic-Con. So it's been a really interesting ride, and just and again, since people are connecting with Dark Prophet, whether it's the comic book or the show or the music, it just brings in different kinds of groups that connect to a sci-fi action thriller for different reasons or different ways, and it's just kind of magical. So I feel pretty lucky, and to work with such talented people like Greer.
Yeah.
She's kind of brilliant, to say the least.
Thank you so much.
Really smart.
At this point, I'm thinking Dylan is really, really jealous that we've got you on here, because one of our co-conspirators here does a show. He does a show every week, but he has revolving themes, and he's big into comic books, the Marvel and the DC type stuff, but he likes anything comic, and so, haha, we got Yvette, you didn't, Dylan, poopies.
Poopies.
I think I actually get launch on Fios, because I thought I saw it and I was like, what the hell is that?
Yeah. Yeah, it is on Fios. It is on Fios. Yeah.
How many episodes or how many webisodes did you? Because it was digital, right? So how much was?
Well, I call it a digital series, because it definitely was distributed first on digital. It's absolutely produced with it has a high production value. So it really does look like the quality of a TV show. But it absolutely streams in the digital space, and that's where it started, and definitely with what we produced initially, and all the intention was a digital series, for sure. But it's kind of interesting to have this, what technically is a digital series, on television, and there's a television audience that is really connecting with it. But it really does look like a television series. But it's just been a very interesting experience with that. So we have we actually have, there are different edits because depending on the platform that that it's available on, every platform, they have different timelines. So, like for instance, it's on Daily Motion, and on Daily Motion there are 11 episodes, I believe, and each one of those is 3 to 5 minutes, and that works for them. And then on Launch, we have 3 episodes. One is a 22-minute. It's a 22-minute pilot. There are 2 11-minute episodes. I'm actually in post right now, and that episode's going to be 22 minutes. So again, there's a variety of different edits, but altogether we have about, I'd say, 70 to 80 minutes of the story. So it's almost a movie length in terms of what we've produced so far.
Okay. And if anybody can go back and look at some of the stuff I've tweeted, especially recently, I posted the link to the YouTube trailer twice, and you say it's high production value. It's awesome. I mean, what you see in that trailer, I mean, it looks like a high budget TV show. With the action, and I could see definitely where there going to be a lot of appeal because of the music angle, which is probably brilliant because in that trailer, exactly that is happening. Hey, we've got a new song here. So
and there are secrets in it, yeah, and there are hidden secrets in it. So, which is really interesting because there are many people clearly that know that the pure science of music is math, but then there's a very large population that isn't really aware of that, and when they make that connection, they're like, oh my God, the possibilities of that are crazy, because you can encrypt or encode anything in math. So now to think about, like, wow, there are messages in my music file, and what could those messages be, and who put those messages there, and what does it mean? It doesn't get me in trouble, or this and that and the other thing, which are possibilities that really could be happening now, and who knows what's in our music. But there's a real factor about it within the fiction, which you can go down the rabbit hole about. So it's just a concept that people really connect with, and they become fascinated with, and kind of puts them on a journey of looking into it and finding out a lot more. So it's been pretty cool.
So Greer, how did you when you, I guess you had to read for the part, or was it wasn't just given to you? Did you?
I wish it were just given to me. No, I had to read for the part.
Did you know you were going to die and go to heaven and come back?
No, actually, Yvette, in a good way, she didn't make it easy, the audition for it, because I had to sing. And if anyone knows me for any length of time, I do not sing at all. I have a terrible singing voice, unfortunately. So
I disagree.
That was so much fun, actually, that audition process, because it was a lot of new. Just singing. It was a lot of new things, and I got to meet a lot of the cast right at that audition, right, Yvette?
Yeah.
I think Chase was there, and
Chase was there. There were many people behind the table for sure, and I'll tell you, Tony and Greer definitely, is part of this incredible team. The Dark Prophet team. It's just like these committed, incredible people that are just so passionate, about it, and and when the opportunity fits their schedule, or many times they'll alter their schedule, like when they want to partake in something, they're there. So when we have auditions, lots of people show up, or just anything that we have going on with Dark Prophet, people show up, and it's pretty amazing, because then. For instance, in Greer's case, when she auditioned, she actually auditioned with the actors that she would be playing scenes with. You know, of course, she auditioned with Chase Fine, you know, the incredible Chase Fine who plays Dark Prophet, for many reasons. I mean, you know, they needed to connect. They needed to have, you know, chemistry between them to believe this relationship, this soulmate, you know, relationship that carries on into another parallel universe. But you know, they also needed to play off of each other as actors as well. And the whole singing, you know, and again, you know, speaking to Greer's testament and her talent, it's like, sure, you know, as the human being Greer, you know, she of course had her hesitation because, you know, it's not a muscle. Let's just say it's not a muscle that she exercises regularly.
That's a better way to put it.
You know, but she, you know, she did her work, and she came in and she really made it work because, and it really, and the beauty here was actually her character Sabrina isn't, she certainly isn't a trained singer, so it worked beautifully. Like, you know, Greer actually got into the vulnerability of someone who has to sing, who doesn't exercise that muscle regularly, and she played it off. But with that, because she brought that truth and purity to it, she sounded amazing. So you're welcome. You're welcome. And you know, obviously she got the part for many reasons. Again, the chemistry between, you know, her and Chase is just so believable, and also just not even like necessarily like this easy, flowy, you know, kind of love affair, but you can actually see where even when they're at odds that there's love underneath, and I really wanted that. Yeah, I mean, you know, she was the front runner from the beginning, but you know, it's obviously a big choice to make, and then we had callbacks, and I mean, she blew away even her first audition, so it was, you know, she earned it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And on that note, we're going to take another one of those quick fake breaks that we're talking about, and we'll be back in a second. This is the SnarkAlec Radio Show on Live 365's Loud and Loaded channel, and we'll come back with some more questions for Greer. Stay there. And we're back. This is the SnarkAlec Radio Show on Live 365's Loud and Loaded channel. We've been talking to Yvette Vargas, creator, director, writer of Dark Prophet, and actress or actor. Do you prefer actress or actor? Because
either. I could. It's not that I can't play a guy or a man if I have to, but I say actress just to women power.
Okay.
But either.
Greer Bishop and Mike's here.
Yes. Kelly is not, though, but I did get another text from him, as you can clearly see, showing everyone. You can clearly read that. It says, "I was just traded for a pack of cigarettes." Sad face emoji.
Oh, boy. Okay. Things are not looking good for Kelly right now.
No, he's having a rough night.
Yeah, for sure.
So I've got a question for Yvette, and this is from Patrick Green. He wants to know if there is going to be a Wikipedia page for Dark Prophet.
Yes, yeah. There are going to be several Wikipedia pages. You know, the one that, you know, the one that describes what it is, and, you know, just gives you the Wikipedia info. But there's also going to be one written from the mythology point of view, with each character as if they're real. So definitely there'll be a narrative Wikipedia version as well.
Okay. Before the show started, did I make a prediction, Mike? About
yes, you did.
What was the prediction?
Yes, you did. I think it was how much Kelly would sell for in county lockup. It was one pack of cigarettes. So personally, look, I love Kelly. He and I are very close friends. I would have given a carton for him, but you know, it's a recession.
Unfortunately, we might be joined by the infamous Gerald Webb. He's been known to wear some very ugly clothes when he gets eaten by zombies in movies, and he's also the casting director over at the asylum. And he's responsible for Sharknado and Sharknado 2 casting, as among other things. So he was on TV this evening, and so blah 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 blah. Okay, so Kurt wants you to sing for us, Greer.
Oh my goodness.
Well, we did just talk up your singing abilities.
I think that Yvette did. Thank you.
Yeah. She set you up for this.
You know, you're gonna have to bring me back on a second interview at some point, and I'll do it then.
Okay.
I'll have a number prepared for Kurt.
Then I have a feeling you're gonna you'll be busy every time we try and schedule that second interview.
No.
So, another question. Do you have any plans on doing any sci-fi shows like Defiance?
Is that for Yvette?
No, that was for you, Greer.
I want to know if Yvette's gonna do something else like Defiance. I would love to. Of course, I'm not going to turn down something. I rarely turn down any role that I love or that I find interest in. But that would be amazing. I would absolutely love that.
Okay. So,
I don't have any I don't think anything that qualifies under a show like Defiance in the near future that I'm on right now. No. But I would like.
I think if Gerald Webb does join us, he has to cast you in something.
I think that would be a great idea.
I feel like that's a solid trade-off.
yeah.
That's up to Tony to work out, though.
Okay, yeah.
That's up to Tony.
No pressure.
He'd be very smart. He'd be very smart to cast Greer.
No.
Let's see.
I was going to say, Yvette, on the casting part, I think we were all sitting at the table read one of the first times, and Nawal, am I pronouncing her name right?
Yeah, Nawal. Yeah.
She was just looking around, and it was, and she looked at the cast, I think it was her and I and one of the other male actors, and she said, man, Yvette really did just pinpoint the casting. It's spot on, because every character in Dark Prophet is so specific and different and well thought out and obviously well written. But I think she was the one that said that. I was like, and looking around, I was like, yeah, she nailed it. But that was before I knew you, and of course you did.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
and
now,
thank you
when you went into audition, though, were you aware that it was going to be this multimedia project, or?
I wasn't. I loved the sides that were sent to me, and it scared the hell out of me as far as what was required for me to do. It was, it's definitely not an easy role, and especially the requirements of the audition. So I just knew I had to do it. And but no, I didn't know how much it's evolved into what it has. I didn't know that it would, and I'm really glad. So I'm happy for Yvette and everyone.
Oh, there he goes.
Thank you so much.
You okay, Gerald?
Yeah, I think I'm okay.
Was that an earthquake because you were there, and then all of a sudden you just disappeared down the bottom of the screen?
I know. I was like double dutching. I was about to jump in.
So Gerald Webb, on one side of you, I think you have Yvette Vargas. She's the creator of Dark Prophet.
Hey,
hello, Yvette.
How are you?
Good.
On the other side, you have actress Greer Bishop. She's been in a whole bunch of stuff.
Hi.
And Kelly's not here, so you've got nobody to talk fashion with.
Kelly had an unfortunate run-in with law enforcement tonight, so he's dealing with that.
Yes, the last we heard was he was traded for a pack of cigarettes in the lockup.
Yeah, that usually happens on Wednesday, and he gets out in time for SnarkAlec Radio, I heard. But,
yeah, this week, though, you know how it is.
Okay. And so Patrick Green says, Gerald Webb, I was your 2000th Twitter follower. Thank you for sending me the DVD gift of Asteroid versus Earth. You rock.
Thank you, and you're very welcome. I really appreciate you guys tweeting, and especially today watching my E-channel debut and talking Sharknado. So thank you guys.
You're wearing a purplish shirt again. Just saying. Same color shirt that the zombies ate you in Zombie Apocalypse. Just saying.
Well, you gotta understand, we were filming at Jaws Lake at Universal Studios, so I figured that if zombies came, I could, do some kind of maneuver where the zombies and the sharks had to battle each other, and I could escape.
That is hysterical. How they had that whole cast out there. That was just And that show's done very well. The way they put the clips in at the right moments and stuff. But they also showed Sharktopus versus Terracuda.
Yeah.
Which looks like it's going to be pretty cool.
I got to tell you, the Conan O'Brien death was pretty hilarious.
I was a little bit... Okay, so I know you ladies didn't see it, but Conan O'Brien is making fun of the monster on the beach, and it just comes and rips his head off and flings it, and then they start playing volleyball with his head, which is probably one of the funniest things I've seen on TV. But they shouldn't have given that scene away. I'm thinking,
I think if they're smart, they have even bigger deaths. So.
Well, yeah, cameo Conan O'Brien. Well, but then again, Corman can get people for cameos. So what else is going on, Mr. Webb?
I am swamped. Comic-Con comes up next week, and
you can see Yvette there.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
We'd
love to connect with you.
Okay, we'll have to make sure we find a way to link up. I'll be down there for.
SnarkAlec Radio, putting people in touch with each other, changing the world for the better.
Yeah. So in general,
other than Kelly.
Any SnarkAlecs that are going to be at Comic-Con, make sure you tweet at me, and I'll see if I can find a way for us to meet up, or at least for a few minutes.
Well, I know Nicole is going to be there, Sweet Con, and her husband, Jay, Thomas. They go every year, and they're going to be going again.
Well, here's the good news. Friday afternoon, we will be doing a signing at the Asylum booth for the new film Mercenaries, and then Mercenaries premieres that Friday night at Comic-Con. So they can come get, I'll show you guys a little preview. They have these cool little pins that they made for all the cast members, all the girls. And we have Bridget Nielsen and Vivica A. Fox and Zoe Bell and Kristana Loken and Cynthia Rothrock and Nicole Bilderback. So we come get some goodies, meet some people, stop by the booth, and like I said, if you're down there, let me know, and we'll grab a pint or something.
Nice.
Yeah, and when he says grab a pint, he's usually talking about blood.
I picked up a bloodlust on my days on True Blood. That's when I picked up my blood.
So, moving along, I know Mike had some Henry Rollins questions.
Got it. Cool. What do you want to know?
Tell us how Henry Rollins got involved in it.
Yeah. Well, I will tell you, it was pretty much the old-fashioned way. The character that he plays is General Luther, who's the antagonist. He's the mastermind behind, basically putting the secrets in the math of the songs and to trigger World War III to then rule the world, using cyber intelligence. So he's just the actor that I wanted to play that role. In Henry, himself, he's just this really incredibly intelligent guy who is just so well aware and conscious of what's going on in the world. He's an advocate. If you're a fan, you know this of him, and he was just the perfect person, both personally and also as an actor for this role. So I didn't know him. I hadn't worked with him before Dark Prophet. And I just, went about it the old-fashioned way. I contacted his assistant, and it's really a funny story, actually. I was in New York at the time, and I sent his assistant an email, just a brief description. I think I sent her a link, possibly to just some footage that I had at the time. And she literally called me just a couple of hours later. She had connected with the title, connected with the description of it, and what she saw, and she just thought that it was something that Henry would connect with. But he was out. He was actually touring. He was out of the country touring. But he was going to be in LA for like a day or something. So when I got back to LA, she and I met the day before that Henry basically would land in LA before he went on to another part of the world. And she and I met. I reviewed everything with her, the character, et cetera, and she's like, I think that Henry's really going to love this. And she's like, I can't make any promises, But if I can, if I can just like call you and say, hey, meet us here tomorrow at such and such a time, could you just move that quickly? And I'm like, well, you better believe it. So lo and behold, that's what happened. I got the call and I met them where we needed to meet in like 30 seconds. And I showed him my presentation and walked him through his character. And I mean, literally, by the time that I was done, he just listened so attentively. He was just so sucked in that, as soon as I stopped talking, he basically said, all right, I effing love this, and I'm in. Like, that was it. So, yeah, and then,
I mean, good material.
Yeah, well, thank you for that. Thank you so much for that. And then, he came to, one of the auditions. I mean, he literally made it work with his schedule, and as I said, he was on tour, but he made that work. And then he was just, just amazing on set. So, can't say enough about him, his work ethic, and just what he brings to that role. And certainly as we move further into the series, especially with the 1 hour series, Henry is absolutely someone that we want to continue working with and keep him in the show. Yeah.
You never told me about Rick Gonzalez. How did you get? Isn't he a DJ anyway?
He does DJ. He actually does DJ.
How did he?
Yeah. Well, actually, it was interesting. George Roberson, who is the fight choreographer. He went to college with Rick. And
okay.
when George read the script, he was like, God, I think that Rick will love this role. So so he basically sent the script to Rick.
Nice.
And it was the same kind of thing where Rick connected with it, and he was like, I'm crazy busy right now, and it was pilot season, so he was auditioning like crazy, but he made it work. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it's just been one of those kinds of experiences where people connect and they make it work. So, been really lucky.
So do you have enough stuff written for this to go to like a series?
Yeah, definitely, absolutely. Definitely have the 1 hour pilot that's already written. Have the show Bible written, the first season. Actually, I have the season arcs for 6 seasons.
Wow.
So really ready to go. Yeah, all the characters are fleshed out. I'm just packaging right now. Just getting a television showrunner, because I'm an independent showrunner. So, with the networks, they definitely need to have someone on board who's delivered an episode to a network before. Right. So, I've delivered many episodes in the independent space, but they need someone who has done that. So, I'm in the process of bringing a showrunner on board, and perhaps like 1 or 2 other names that mean something in the room, in the package, and then we're going to take it to the network. So I've really been building like this whole case study of how it's worked in the digital space, how it's working in the comic book space, the music space, game space, et cetera, and basically once I go in to the networks and the channels, it's like the proven track record. So hopefully we'll have lightning will strike with an Emmy, and that could help lead the way. So we'll see.
Okay, and we're gonna take a real quick break, and when we come back, I got some questions from the audience, and we'll get into some. I almost said we'll get into Greer, but I don't want to say that. So.
I apologize on behalf of everyone at Loud and Loaded.
Yeah, that's right.
She's worth much more than 1 pack of cigarettes, I will tell you. So.
Okay.
That poor guy.
And when we come back, we're probably going to get maybe another update from Kelly. This is the SnarkAlec Radio Show on Live 365's Loud and Loaded channel, and we'll be right back. And we're back. I'm Tony. Mike is here, and my cards are here, and Gerald Webb is here, and Greer Bishop's here, and Yvette Vargas is here.
Hey.
I do have a couple of questions and comments. I've got a hi Gerald from Kurt Zellner. I've got an Yvette Rules from Kurt Zellner. I've got a Tony, can we create a Kickstarter campaign to get you to show up in color here? LOL. I'm in color. Enjoy it.
See, and it didn't even cost you anything.
and now I'm going back to black and white. It's not that I can't afford the color; it cuts down on bandwidth, especially when you have 4 people or 5 people in a hangout. It can get a little bit wonky after a while, so
Well, I mean, in a sense, we have 6 people because Kelly just texted me again, as you can clearly see. And it says, you know what? You would think that toilet wine would taste horrible, but the mouthfeel really isn't that bad.
Okay. Thank you very much for that. And I don't think we want any more.
Because he's only been in lockup for about an hour. It seems like he's really going through an ordeal here.
Leave it to Kelly to gross us all out, and he's not even here.
Oh, another one just came through. P.S. Do you know how to make a shiv?
Okay. And Kurt wants to know what Yvette's Twitter is, and that's Vargas Gal, correct?
Yeah, it's Vargas, Vargas Girl. It's Vargas Girl.
Okay, I was close.
Yeah.
So
and Dark Prophets hear the warning, right, Yvette?
Yeah, hear the warning. Yep. Thank you for that.
And let me scroll through some more of these.
Oh, I didn't say hi to Kurt. I got his hello earlier. Hey, Kurt.
Kurt wants to know if Greer is going to be in a shark movie. And if not, Gerald, can you help her out with that?
You know, it's actually been my dream to be in a shark movie for a long time. So I feel like it has to happen.
Cool. If we do one, I don't have any shark. I don't know if we're doing any more shark movies. We did Mecha Shark. I don't know where we go from there.
Well, Mecha Shark is on in 2 weeks, dude.
Yeah, we have to figure it out. I'm sure we'll do another shark movie. I just don't know when.
So that one, I took care of that one with the shark movie. So let me say that one's done. And let's see. Everybody, okay, so Patrick wants you to tell everybody what you did on your birthday, July 12th.
Yeah. Well, one of my girlfriends, Sage, took me to our favorite place in Burbank, actually, Timmy Nolan's. It's a great little Irish pub.
In Toluca Lake, I love Timmy Nolan.
Toluca Lake. Well, do you know that, Yvette?
I love Timmy.
It's a great place.
No, I didn't know that.
We do. Yeah, it's walking distance basically from me, so.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, it's super close. Like I can go and really have a good time. You know what I mean?
Well, I know.
Yesterday at Yuzu Sushi.
I haven't eaten there.
That's fantastic. So for those of you who don't know, Timmy Nolan's is an Irish pub that has like gourmet food. The food is fantastic.
The food is so good. Do you like it, Yvette?
It's phenomenal.
I'm not gonna lie. Their salad, I get their. It's good. It's great. And the bartenders are awesome. Bryce, shout out to Bryce. He's the best bartender there. Actually, they're all really good.
It's just a great vibe. It's just a great vibe.
I have a feeling that this guy owes us some money about now because they've been selling this so bad. It's like a conspiracy.
He owes us free dinner.
There we go.
Yeah, I know. That's right. Let's go. We need to go. But yeah, so I went to Timmy Nolan's and we celebrated all night, and I stayed completely sober.
Is that something that's strange for you, Greer?
Slightly being sarcastic. No, I'm sober a lot of the time, thankfully. It was fun.
She was enjoying the food. She was enjoying the company.
Yeah. Actually, yeah.
It sounds like
works.
fun.
It works. Yeah, it works.
Usually when I go to an Irish pub, I expect to walk out of that place completely sober and well-fed on gourmet food. So let's go. I believe that all the questions here about Greer planning on being on any kind of TV show, if the opportunity came up, I'm guessing you'd take it because.
Yeah, I mean, I would hope so. It's been a really good year. I have a lot of good people behind me, working for me and with me, and yeah, I have a few things I think coming up. Right now, I can't talk about a couple of them, but it's going really well. So, and as far as TV shows, of course, I'm not going to turn down a role.
Okay.
That's
So,
the line here.
so Kurt wants to know whether you would rather do a musical, a comedy, or a drama.
The musical, of course.
Okay. Well, I put the musical in there.
Love it. Love it. I have her singing audition tape if anyone wants to see it.
That sounds like something we should watch right now.
Yes, we should. But
She nailed it. She nailed it.
we already answered that one. There's just so many questions. Usually this isn't this active. Are you going to make any Dark Prophet action figures? You did mention merchandising.
It's definitely part of the merchandising plan. It's not in the first phase rollout yet, but definitely, and we have some designs on that. And now with the comic book, I mean, the comic book art is amazing. The artist, whose name is Tony Washington, is killer. He's a Marvel artist, we just have some amazing artwork to literally use to base the action figures on. So we're really, really excited. And also the style of the book, it isn't flat 2D. There's definitely some dimension to it. So we're definitely moving into like animated e-comics and just interesting interactivity in the e-comic space, and even we're able to animate some of that art as well. So there's a lot of exciting stuff going on with, again, between the comic book and what we can grow and leverage out of that. But as soon as I can share more art, you can see how the action figures, it's like just naturally will come right out of that.
Greer, could you tell everyone about recently meeting Jason Biggs and Jenny Mullen? And can you tell our audience who they are, for those of us who may not know who Jason Biggs and Jenny Mullen are? For
sure. Well, Patrick Green is amazing, and I think he's the one of the guys live tweeting right now. Thank you, Patrick. He introduced us. Jason Biggs' wife, Jenny Mullins, had a book signing, and her book was "I Like You Just the Way I Am." Make sure I say that right. Yeah, and she's great. And so I went to her her book signing at Barnes & Noble in Glendale, and she's just hilarious. And Jason was there. He's very, very nice. But she was amazing. She just is just so. Everyone just hangs on her every word, and her book is hilarious and so real and just funny. And so yeah, Jason Biggs, American Pie. I'm not right. Can you want to back me up on that? It's Jason Biggs.
Yep.
Yes.
All right. And that's her husband. And it was great.
And wow, we've been plowing through these questions. Patrick wants you to shamelessly plug your new Twitter fan page.
Yeah.
Greer tweets here.
Yeah, thank you, Patrick. He's been helping promote a lot of the projects I'm in, and especially he started up a fan page for me, Greer Tweets Here, and at Greer Tweets Here. And he's gotten over, I think, over 200 followers, and I believe, Patrick, you can tweet me if I'm wrong right now. And I think he's just started it for me about a month. He's been so great. So I'm really lucky to have him doing all of that for me. Yeah. Twitter.
Go Patrick.
Go Patrick.
So Barry Vencidor wants to know when the Dark Prophet is going to hit there. Is that something where they're ongoing showing what they have, or on Launch TV?
Yeah, the schedule, you could definitely, there's a variety of different links to find out the airing schedule. I will post a couple of links on my Twitter and just on my social media pages, and hopefully he'll be able to find them, at Vargas Girl and at Hear the Warning, and then Yvette Vargas on Facebook, and Dark Prophet fan page on Facebook is Hear the Warning. So I'll post some of that information, and hopefully he'll get it. So it's a television schedule, so obviously it's not as flexible as being able to go online. But online you can see the short episodes at Daily Motion, and that's Daily Motion / Dark Prophet series, and he'll be able to see 11 short episodes there.
And if you can shoot me the links, usually when we have a guest on that has a whole lot of stuff like that, usually we just take the links and we put it on our website and we force them over there. So I'll shoot you an email, and you just, any links you have, shoot them over to me, and I'll put them on the website. They'll be up there by Saturday.
You got it. Thank you so much.
So everybody can keep up with that. So that was a good question there, Barry. So that's been answered. Greer, do you have any new movies coming out soon? He can't wait to see you rocking in them, and that's from Kurt.
Oh, yay. I'm not coming out with soon. I'm going to film in Chicago on a film this next week, actually, so I won't be able to go to Comic-Con, unfortunately, but help support you guys. So I'm filming that for the last half of this month. Next year, yeah. And I hate it because I missed you on Sundance, going to Sundance with you guys, too. It's just so great. But yeah, so I'm going to film at the end of this month, and that should be coming out, or I don't know when that will come out. We'll know after post, I guess. And yeah, that's about it.
Okay, cool. So that's the only thing that you've got planned. So Mike, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Any updates from Kelly? Just want to know.
No, just a lot of emojis of the face with a tear. So
okay.
I'm not sure if that represents he's crying or he got a teardrop tattoo for killing someone with the shiv that he made.
Okay.
So I guess we'll find out next week. This is all 100% accurate, by the way.
Yes.
In case you guys ever happen upon Kelly anywhere, just stay away from him. Scary guy. Scary guy.
Sounds like he has a lot of life experience, though.
Yeah, he does.
He's gaining it by the moment now.
There we go. Cigarette by cigarette.
He's one cigarette at a time. I'm surprised he isn't asking people to send them cigarettes.
Well, I assume sooner or later he's going to align himself with one of the gangs for protection, so.
Either that or he's going to have a husband real soon.
See?
It's kind of tough for Kelly. Yeah.
Whoever is better keep their hands off my man.
So Kurt wants to know if Dark Prophet's going to be coming out on DVD soon.
No plans for the DVD yet. Soon, but definitely we're going to be shooting some new episodes and a couple of different things. Because you can experience the story on different platforms. Hopefully that'll fill in by the time we get to the DVD. But it's definitely available in a variety of different ways between online and TV. But no plans for the DVD. But right now, if we get enough requests, for sure we'll add it. We'll add it to the overall plan of the series.
So, Mr. Webb,
yes,
besides Mega Shark and Mecha Shark, what do you have going on at the asylum that SnarkAlec might be looking forward to seeing? Besides Sharknado 2, obviously.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the big one I'm sure you guys are really excited about. And there's a bunch of surprises in it, so I can't wait to see what you guys have to say when you tweet live for that. There's a bunch of stuff. Like I said, Mercenaries is premiering at Comic-Con. It's just like it's a full-on action movie. It's about a bunch of female mercenaries that go to try and save the president's daughter when she gets kidnapped in a Eastern Bloc country. So that'll be a lot of fun. A lot of girls being kick-ass and carrying guns, and I get in a little fight with Vivica. We'll see how that turns out. It's pretty quick, but I get in a little fight with her. And it's a lot of fun. So what else are we working on?
Wait, hold on. How many women have kicked your ass in movies?
Well, I mean, you have to be really specific about the term "kicked my ass." You know, really, what I think is I was a gentleman because I really wouldn't hit a lady.
Okay, so how many women have you not hit because they were ladies and they got the better of you?
Well, Ming Na Wen from Shield did choke me out in a movie, uh, which was a lot. But you have to let Ming Na Wen choke you out. You know,
Okay.
she's from Shield. If she didn't beat me, then like the whole Shield thing in Marvel would be blown.
Yeah, but she wasn't in Shield until after that movie.
Well, you don't know that.
Yeah,
That
I
was when she went public.
do. Okay, so there was Ming. So who else? There had to be another one.
Leslie Ann Brandt stabbed me in the mouth with a samurai sword when I turned into a zombie in Zombie Apocalypse.
Okay.
So I guess that's two. I guess I should reevaluate my dating life, huh?
Yes, you should. So that's 3. So you got Mercenaries. Anything else that you're going to be in, or anything else the Asylum's coming out with?
Well, there's some distribution talk about A House Is Not a Home, so I can't really talk about that yet. But I think before the end of the year that'll be available for all to see. So I'm really excited about that.
And how did the movie go on the Up Network? Did it
The ratings were fantastic. Thank you to the SnarkAlec. It was so funny. You guys all are so great, and you supported me, and you tuned in for the movie, and it was very family friendly, and you just had no idea what to say without offending the whole network.
So, ladies, sometimes we can be just a little bit offensive, you know, like rated R type tweets.
For the record, that's mostly Kelly. So.
Ladies, by sometimes he means all the time, and by a little he means like all the time.
Never. Okay. So the Up Network is I'm gonna say like a Christian network.
No, it's not really Christian. They do some Christian themes. It's they call it uplifting entertainment. So
Uplifting
they want people to be feeling good.
So, and unfortunately, I watched the movie by myself because I had to DVR it. My niece graduated from college and they were having a party for her that night. But the reports from Kelly was that it was very difficult for him to restrain himself.
That's how he got himself into the predicament he's in tonight as well.
Yes, I guess.
But I am very grateful you guys tuned in, and some of you tweeted like once because you had to hold yourselves back.
Yeah, I actually tweeted once and I wasn't watching the movie just in case you were looking, you could see my name pop up there once.
And hey, like seriously, guys, this is why I will always support you guys and give you guys stuff and send stuff to you, because believe it or not, it really did help. The network was very happy. They were very happy with the tweeting, and the distributor of the movie actually reached out to me, and we may be having some talks about some other projects getting distributed through them. So,
nice. So,
thank you. I really do appreciate it.
So look, a better world by having SnarkAlec in it.
Yes.
What would a world be without the SnarkAlec in it?
I don't know, but you see, when he talks about sending stuff, you see, I got this.
Nice.
From Mr. Webb, and I've got a couple other things around here, and usually this is your true blood. This is your true blood.
Yes.
One. Mike, did you have do you guys have time to stick around for one more segment? Mike, you have a little game that we might be able to play that might be offensive to people?
Actually, no. I'm not prepared with the game tonight.
Oh, okay. I thought you had that that one thing that we never finished.
Oh, I don't. I would have to find the list.
Oh, okay. So we don't have
Plus,
a game.
we might want to save that for Kelly, because Kelly was astoundingly an expert on that topic.
Okay. So, yeah. So, at this point, I think, have we taken, just when we come back, maybe touch a little bit on Crimes of the Mind Greer, and then we'll wrap this puppy up. So this is the SnarkAlec Radio Show on Live 365's Loud and Loaded channel. We will be right back. Stay there. And we're back. I'm Tony. With me is Mike. We've got Gerald Webb. We've got Yvette Vargas. And we've got Greer Bishop. And so we've got a question here asking if you could talk a little bit about the Lifetime movie Crimes of the Mind and meeting Rebecca Kennedy on set.
Yeah. Well, like I said, casting director Ricky Maslar is amazing, and so she's just absolutely incredible, and she connected all of us, obviously, and cast Rebecca and I in Crimes of the Mind. And yeah, it's all about, it was a great experience because we got to be around horses 24/7 on set, which is, my life growing up, so that was a lot of fun. And it's kind of a deranged, just messed up story, and what's even more messed up about it, I guess, is that it's a true story. It's about a girl who is basically taken captive and brainwashed at a farm, and so that wasn't my experience growing up riding horses. But this girl, and it's here actually in California too, which is even more creepy. So yeah, we went and shot that on a farm, and it's just all about the story of Laura is the character, and kind of getting taken by this barn owner and made stay and made her just forget her parents and her life and her going to school and college. She just stayed at the farm and just worked for her, and that's all that she cared about was being at the farm and working for Marty, the barn owner. And so Rebecca and I were. Our part was we were already girls there that were already brainwashed and taken by the barn owner, and so when Laura, the main girl, comes in, we just kind of take her under our wing and make her even more brainwashed and feel like this is where she has to be and can't leave. And yeah, it was just a crazy story, and it was true. We got to meet the woman that was taken by the barn manager, and so that was scary. It was just creepy. So, but it was a lot of fun to shoot, minus the crazy story.
That
Minus
is
the creepiness.
the same thing that Rebecca. Now I could imagine it being fun, but when you're dealing with those type of issues, you know, okay. It's kind of I'm guessing you're having a hard time saying, yeah, we had fun filming.
I know, it's hard to say. It was one of my best experiences. I got to shoot a film and ride horses and meet some amazing girls, but because it was just over a really messed up situation. Yeah. And she actually, the real girl, the real woman up now, came to set and visited for a couple days, which was cool to talk to her. I just wanted to hug her, but she was really nice. She was really nice. So.
And here comes another question from Patrick, and I thought this was directed at me. What is the secret to such salon quality hair? But that's for you, Greer. It's not for me.
Well, I wash it every day.
I'm gonna go with that answer. Gerald, that sounds good.
Yeah, some gel and shine that.
Really good product, yeah. Really good product.
Yeah.
So let me just hit Twitter one more time, and then we'll just wrap this puppy up.
And I did forget. Actually, we were talking about what I'm on. I'm on a. I've been cast in a new Comcast series. It was DirecTV, but we went bigger and went with Comcast. The network did, and it's called Secrets, and it's airing in September. And I already shot some of it in Atlanta, and I'm going back right after I go shoot in Chicago. I'll be back in Atlanta to shoot some more, and it's Secrets, and that's with director Maurice Towns. And yeah, I'm really excited about that. Again, it's airing September 23rd.
September 23rd, and that's going to be on what network?
Comcast Spotlight.
Okay, Spotlight. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Very nice. This is your last chance to get questions in, and yes, Kurt, I know SnarkAlec's rule and Gerald rules, and Kurt, we know you love Crimes of the Mind. So going once, going twice. So next week, next week on SnarkAlec Radio, we are going to have Elisa Elliott. She is on the zombie podcast We're Alive. She plays Pegs, and they're getting ready to do their finale next week. They're also going to be at Comic-Con, Mr. Webb. Casey Whalen is going to be there, the creator. He's going to be on in 2 weeks, and we're going to rack him over the coals like we did last time he was on. Don't forget to watch Dylan Knows on Sunday.
With special guest Larissa.
Yeah, well, actually, Dylan he posted a tweet earlier asking what he had to do to get Gerald Webb on his show, and we told him he had to find an uglier shirt than what you had.
I like the way you think, but really all he had to do was ask, and like, you know, I'm actually kind of insulted. He's been doing the show forever, and I've never been asked on the show.
Yeah, I felt the same way. It's only recently that I was on Dylan's show.
But
so
if
I kind of took it personally.
I would be more than happy to do the show. I won't be able to do it this weekend because I am on a technology out all weekend. So, but I would do it sometime in the near future.
Okay. Well, we'll pretend you didn't say that, and we won't pass that message along to him then.
Just tweet back. He says no, even though Dylan's watching live. Just tweet back. He said no.
Okay. Well, is he watching live? I don't know. I haven't seen him tweet.
That's even better.
Okay. Yeah,
well, my question is, why would he have to ask that question if his show is Dylan Knows? Shouldn't he have already known what I would do?
Okay. Well.
Good question.
So,
good question.
Dylan Knows was a show that I kind of created because we don't talk about everything. So, but Dylan talks about comics, and he talks about the paranormal, and he talks about lists, and every once in a while, he does a show called Dylan Doesn't Know, and he learns about something. But we don't talk too much comics here, so he does it once a month. We don't talk paranormal here, so he does it once a month, and he does revolving topics. It was a brilliant idea, I thought. But
whoever created that show is a genius.
No, thank you. I just said it was me.
I like how Tony just took all the credit for it. Like, yeah, I kind of.
It actually was my idea, though.
It's like if I wanted, that show could be Tony Knows tomorrow.
Well, no, I wouldn't take his show because I know nothing about comics or paranormal. I do know about paranormal, but I think it's fake. So, I am very skeptical. Bring out your geek. The ladies are going to be having another show soon. Nurture and support the podcast. Don't forget to check that out. That's usually out on Mondays. That's Kelly and Melissa. And don't forget to check out the website. And don't forget, next week, Elisa Elliott from We're Alive is going to be on. And I think that's about it. Thank you, Yvette, for coming on. A lot of
thanks so much for having me, and for anybody who wants to visit our booth next week at Comic-Con, we're FF22 in Artist Alley. Would love to see you guys.
Very nice, and thank you, Greer, for coming.
Make sure you guys go to Comic-Con. Say hi to Gerald. Say hi to everybody.
That's right. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. And thank you, Patrick Green, for introducing us.
Okay. And, Greer, you have an open invite, just as Gerald Webb does. You can barge in on the show anytime you want to.
Thank you.
This is your home now, too. As you can see, Kelly's not here sometimes, so it's
Kelly got replaced.
Yeah. Yeah, so... Yeah, Kelly got replaced.
Oh, are you serious?
No, he didn't get replaced. He was just saying that you replaced Kelly, and I could see that, you know.
Oh,
because
okay.
Kelly's got a girl's name, so if we replace Kelly with a girl, then it would make things, it would balance things out.
Greer's all nice. She's feeling bad because you said you got replaced. She's like, no, not me. I can't do that.
Like, wait,
I'm a really nice girl.
No,
I can't.
So interesting.
I can't take Kelly's place, no matter how much I want to hang out with Mike and Tony all the time. I can't take his place. We know that's what you were thinking. There's these little speech bubbles that are popping up over your head. We could see them. Oh my goodness gracious! She just laughed herself into a frozen state of frozen. Oh.
Sorry, no, my computer froze.
Not,
Wait, did
Again,
you
it
say
froze at the
something?
right
I didn't hear.
time.
My computer froze. Oh.
All right, and with that, we're going to say goodnight, people. Good night, everybody.
Night,
Thanks for
SnarkAlec.
Good
watching.
night. Thanks so
Good
much.
night, everyone.
Thank
care.
you.
Bye.